Hey, bro. So, D&D was a success, I'd say,
Yeah.
in a number of ways. I got my mom here to help me remember all the different details that as a DM I might not have seen as super interesting. For the record, before I threw at them what I did, most of it anyway, I did tell you, in a whispered manner, in front of, in the house while Nick was in the house, I guess he was like around the corner, talking to my mom on the phone, that my goal was to get them captured by at some point during the weekend. Because as you know, with Crosby, I enjoy having you as characters and as players to see how far you've come and see if you're able to use your own abilities and the things you can naturally innately do as your classes. If you can use those instead of the expensive items and heavy armors and whatever else that you would usually have, your material abilities rather than, instead of your innate natural abilities. So, after a very long dungeon run kind of crawl down into the Underdark, which they didn't have much problem with, they were really hurt. They were pretty hurt. Corell died.
It's fine.
Did you deduct that, by the way?
Yeah, I took it out.
Okay. Yeah, so Corell did die, but he was brought back with Revivify. That was a rhyme. He just sneezed. Anyway, so Corell died, but then after that they rezzed him, and he was really tired after dying. So they decided to take a rest. He cast all his spells. He had almost not cast anything at that point. I think he cast one spell. I had a little pop-up come up. So he blew his spells and got everybody I think he got everybody all the way up.
Yeah, everybody was.
Everybody was fully back up to full health, but he was spent on spells and just everyone was kind of used up on spells, ready to go back. Their abilities on their items hadn't recharged. They were done. They were. So he spent his fourth level spells to put up Guardian of Faith. So it was. They wouldn't get caught by surprise.
It was nap time.
Yeah. So they all went to sleep. They got up, continued on, and really close to there, they ran into a ghost of a drow who wanted vengeance for something they never really asked. They never really figured that out, but they were told that he would lead them to where the drow were because they were going to rescue Noxorus, who had been captured by them. And as long as they agreed to destroy, kill, maim, whatever, the High Priestess of Lolth, they're like, yeesh, oh, well, what if we... And he's like, nope, all right. And then they had to kind of agree because he walked through the wall and they didn't have a choice. So he led them through the Underdark, through safe passageways, cutting their travel time way down and their fight time, obviously, almost to nothing. Sorry, the Olympics are on over there. At which point they came around a corner and were met with a squad of 14 drow elite warriors armed with their drow poison, which was, in fact, stronger than what the book recommends. Because I find that recommendation very, very weak, especially for a higher level party. So I did something that was still reasonable, especially given the fact that with my mom's character there, they have advantage and pluses and all that. I've got to go hurry and do this quick. They got captured. They ended up freeing themselves in a couple of different ways, and then they went after their things, all of their things. They lost a couple of good things.
I wasn't leaving without the Holy Avenger.
Yeah, Mom went after the Holy Avenger rather than a couple of other things first. To the detriment of they lost some things because of it, but that's okay. And Noxorus was freed before that. He went after, and then somehow Lolth herself was in the Underdark with them. So he stopped them before they got to where they were going, and Duke decided he was going to go get the rest of the things, even though Lolth was watching. Long story short, Duke shrugged off an attack from a god, rolled out and got all but one hit point taken from him by the god, and still got away with what he needed. So he's now pretty much like a god thief. I'm sorry I had to sum it up so fast, but I'm almost at 5 minutes. So, yeah.
MVP.
Yeah, MVP. See you tomorrow.